Stay tuned because Good Sports is coming up next. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. Good Sports was recorded live on Saturday, January 17th. Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. I'm Steve Fish. I'm the publisher of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Today we're here at the Kansas City Ice Center located on Johnson Drive, 2 miles west of 435, where you can ice skate on their outdoor pavilion or their indoor ice rink. Call 913-441-3033 or visit their website, kcicecenter.com, for more details on public skate sessions and their Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs. Now, before we get started with the show, I want to tell everyone that our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness is available free at over 700 locations in KC. And with this month's issue, KC Sports continues to celebrate our 17th straight year covering sports in KC. Now, in our hockey report presented by the Kansas City Ice Center, we write about Hockey Weekend Across America and the Try Hockey for Free program at the Kansas City Ice Center. And in our college sports report presented by the Surplus Exchange, we interview MU's Teki Gil-Caesar, KU's Frank Mason, and K-State's Wesley Awundu. You can visit our website, kcsportspaper.com, to find a link to a list of locations where you can find KC Sports, and you can actually check out a PDF of the entire issue on our website as well. Now, I also want to mention that you can now get a free subscription to the digital version of Kansas City Sports and Fitness. And all you have to do is email your name, your email address, cell phone number, and age to subscribe at kcsportspaper.com. That's subscribe at kcsportspaper.com. Then watch your email for the next issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness. And now joining us here at the Kansas City Ice Center is Dr. Lynn McIntosh. She is a board-certified chiropractor. She's licensed in Kansas and Missouri. In addition to being licensed to provide general chiropractic care, Dr. McIntosh is a certified chiropractic sports physician. She works with athletes from multiple disciplines on specific sports-related problems. Welcome to the show, Dr. McIntosh. Thank you so much for coming out to the Ice Center. Thank you so much, Steve. Bundling
Appreciate
up.
it. Yes. It's actually really nice this weekend.
I know. Now, the last time we saw you was at a pool hall.
Yes, it was fantastic.
Yes.
That was fun.
And I'm running some of the trick shot stuff in a best of show. I've run that. And
great.
So we see you doing that. Now, you bought a trick shot DVD.
I
did. You worked on it?
Unfortunately, I have not had time to work on my trick shots.
Well, there's your workout that we were talking about
and
before.
I don't have a place to practice unless I went out. But yeah, it was so fun. What an interesting show you had there, and he was great and just really did a great job.
Oh, I agree. It was a lot of fun. It was very different, and it was a lot of fun putting it all together. Now, Dr. McIntosh writes an article each month in Kansas City Sports and Fitness, which you can find on our website as a PDF, or you can pick it up at a variety of locations across KC. And in our December issue, you addressed something that we talked about probably a couple years ago that has, definitely become an issue, and that is neck pain, which comes from looking at your cell phone.
Yes, and now it's everything. It's not even the cell phone, which is
the tablet.
It's a tablet. It's this. It used to be laptops, but people actually had them on their lap, and they still do. But you're getting a whole lot more other devices. And especially, I had no idea how big, like, online gaming is now, that more people watch those than the Super Bowl.
Really?
And things like that. And so now you're just watching other people play. But
oh, wow.
That one at least is on your TV screen, apparently, or stuff. But
yeah.
The laptop down here, is, again, this closed position where your head is down and this. But it's kind of at least it's at this angle, whereas when you talk about the cell phone, now it's even lower because now your hands are down, so you're really looking almost straight down.
Right.
And especially kids, they're on them hours at a time.
Yeah.
And so that really that's a reversal of the cervical curve. You want it to actually bend back. And so your spine actually has 3 curves. It has you start with the cervical curve, and then the thoracic curve is called a kyphosis, and then the other two are called lordosis, but it means that the two bend one way and the one bends the other way.
Right.
And so by having those curves, it actually increases the amount of weight you can carry by 7 times.
I see.
So if you think of corrugated metal versus straight metal, it's much stronger when you've got curves in it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you're first born, you just have a C curve. And so as you start to crawl, then it develops the curves in your back because, you're crawling and you're looking up. So that starts to develop that. And it's supposed to be that way. You're supposed to have these curves. So by getting rid of this, the cervical curve, by looking down all the time, and especially, again, when you start early, so you haven't developed a lot of strength there,
right,
then all the ones in the back are lengthened and all the muscles in the front are shortened. And so now, it's one thing that it just affects the neck, but it actually affects your lungs because when you put this down and you have this, your shoulders round around and it brings it down, so it reduces lung capacity.
Yeah.
So with a lot of my young athletes, I make them do a thing where we stand up and do different positions and try and stick their head way out, and then they can't breathe, take a deep breath, they can't raise their arms, they can't look up, and then you bring back to correct posture and they can do all these things.
Oh, interesting.
So without it, you can't rebound a ball, you can't reach over your head, you can't, but again, the lung capacity is reduced, and that affects everything, a respiration, and I think you even looked it up and were telling me about the hormones that it affected.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we knew it did, but I that's not the first thing I talk about, but it does affect everything.
Sure, yeah. In your article, I think it mentioned proper posture will increase testosterone and serotonin. And reduce stress hormones.
Yes.
And make, obviously it makes you feel good. And poor posture can affect you emotionally and help cause depression and constipation and heart disease, and you wouldn't think about any of that stuff, but it feels better to there's a reason that Superman stands like this and he's Superman, I guess.
That's it. Interestingly, they did, I mean, there's more than one study for sure, but one I read talked about the perception of others, of people with good posture versus people with poor posture, and everything from they think they're friendlier because instead of looking down, they're actually looking up.
Right.
They think they're smarter. They think they're wealthier. They think all kinds of things, and it's just because of posture.
Wow.
They have a different idea of where they live. They have a different idea of just all kinds of, again, the educational background that they have based on posture alone.
So interesting. Yeah.
So it's good for you, but it's also, it makes a difference how you're perceived.
Wow. That's great. So, obviously the hours, and in your article you said that the average person spends 2 to 4 hours a day. Yeah. Which is, I certainly believe. I've watched my kids.
Right.
And with their head and neck in that unnatural position. And I won't even tell you stories about how my daughter sits on the couch and works on her
like this
her computer. Obviously, that can lead to wear and tear and aches and pains, but even surgery?
Well, so the thing is, if you don't develop that muscle strength on the posterior side that balances it front to back and right to left, because you really are with all just normal motion, and that also means you're sitting for those 2 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Or yes, okay, people do walk.
Or you're driving.
Or they're walking with their phone doing this.
Yes.
And I always just wait to see if they're going to fall. Which, I mean, it's just, you need to pay attention to where you are and do all that kind of stuff. But the effect that it has on, again, development, but, if you are not then doing something that is the opposite of that to strengthen that or even stretch it. I mean, now, when I do just my regular range of motion in a normal exam, when I have people look up, a lot of them just don't ever look up.
Really?
I mean, they just don't really do full extension at any time. And so you see that then that whole actual range of motion is lost.
How interesting.
And so, and then on x-ray, what we see is it's called a fanning of the spinous process, which is a part of the vertebrae in the back. Like, when you see a kid with all those little bumps down their back, that's what you're seeing.
Yeah.
and you probably don't see them in the neck, but they're there. And so when it's bent forward, those have ligaments that are attaching each one to the next, and those fan forward. So when those ligaments become stretched, it's almost impossible to get those. You can tighten a muscle, but you can't really tighten a ligament very easily.
Right.
So
there's the surgery aspect.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then if that becomes, and especially then if that person that has pre-stretched ligaments is in an accident, then it's like taking the rubber band, where the rubber band, it has lots of play if it's loose. Now, if I pre-stretch it and then I try and stretch it more, it has a tendency to break it much quicker because it doesn't have the same amount of play because it's already pre-stretched. And so, you're going to get more injured in an accident and then very possibly surgery. And it's also with how it affects the front of the vertebrae. And that's what's housing your spinal cord.
Wow.
So, you really want it to be all in the right spot and as strong as possible.
Yeah, well, unfortunately or fortunately, I mean, they're good and they're bad.
Absolutely.
Those things aren't going away. They're getting a little bit bigger, which might make those of us with average eyes or problems with our eyes be able to look at it a little farther out rather than up so close.
Right.
But actually up close probably is good.
Well, that's a whole other deal. But yeah, I'm sure your eye doctor's not going to agree with that one.
That's right.
But it is. And so you can actually, just doing postural training, stretching, you can lay on a small, either rolled up washcloth at night so that you kind of
on your neck?
Underneath your neck.
Okay.
Lying on your back, so your head is touching.
Okay.
Your neck space is filled in, and then your shoulder blades would be touching the ground. That's one of the things, just the very beginning exercise to just kind of reshape it. There's lots of tools we have for sale, but just start with something small. I don't want it to be a big towel because I don't want it to be something that then pushes you forward, because that's the problem.
Right.
What we want to do is just raise up the neck and have the head back farther, and then exercises, to strengthen the muscles in the back of the neck. So we do posterior translation exercises, which basically means that if you're sitting in your car, it's best to do it with your headrest. So you set the headrest so that you feel it right at in the center of your head, and then you go straight back. Now, it's not a tipping exercise. It's actually translation. So if you think of railroad tracks coming out from your chin and then they come all the way back, it's a straight back motion, and you can push back into the headrest, hold it for 10 seconds, relax, do it again, hold it for 10 seconds. If you do that 10 times every time you get in the car, that's quite a few times.
Right.
And so you'll really, and because they're very small muscles, you'll actually even notice they might be a little sore after doing 10 exercises 10 times.
Right.
So, 10 exercises, hold it for 10 seconds, do it 10 times. And it affects you when you first start, just like if you went to the gym and started lifting.
Well, and it's probably better than texting while you're driving.
You should, yeah. I absolutely
Which,
can't even say how many accidents have come in my door because of the other person texting. I haven't had anybody admit to me that they were texting, so I don't know the answer, but they certainly have talked about other people texting. It is deadly.
Yeah.
It is absolutely deadly.
I agree. I joke, but I know how serious it is for sure. Well, we're going to come back and we're going to talk more with Dr. McIntosh, but right now we're going to take a quick break. You're watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine show. We're coming to you from the Kansas City Eye Center, located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. I'm Steve Fish. We'll be right back. Come on out to the Kansas City Ice Center and skate on the outdoor ice pavilion or the indoor ice rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times, to register for a class or schedule an upcoming party or group event, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
These days, we're all so busy and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress, improve your health, and get more out of life. And right now, new patients can get their initial consultation free. Mention KC Sports when you make your first appointment. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Experience a touch of the Ozarks at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence. And right now, take advantage of off-season rates, $34 on weekdays and $42 on weekends. For tee times, visit winterstonegolf.com or call 816-257-5755. Get a free subscription to the digital version of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Just sign up on our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com. Then watch your email for the next issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness. Welcome back to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we're here at the Kansas City Ice Center, located on Johnson Drive, 2 miles west of 435, where you can ice skate on their outdoor pavilion or their indoor rink. You can call 913-441-3033 or visit their website, kcicecenter.com, for more details on public skate sessions and their Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs. Now, in our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness, check out the U.S. Army High School top performers from Shawnee Mission Northwest and Raytown High. And in our youth soccer report, we feature a story on Sporting Blue Valley, which is the largest youth soccer club in Kansas and KC, and actually one of the largest in the country. You can pick up your copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness at over 700 locations, including Eagles Landing Golf Course, both Minsky's on Berry Road, and the Kansas City Ice Center. And coming up on February 14th, we'll be back out at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. Now, if you have a business and you're interested in having us come out and do our show at your business location, call Good Sports at 913-764-2050. And now you can view Good Sports on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. Now we're back here at the Kansas City Ice Center, and we're talking with Dr. Lynn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic. She provides general chiropractic care, and she's also a certified chiropractic sports physician. Dr. McIntosh, tell us where you're located.
Yes, I'm at 4510 Bellevue, Suite 100. So it's right on the west side of the plaza. Mm-hmm. You can find us 816-753-4600 or kansascitychiropractic.com. Or find us on Facebook.
For sure. Yeah, and you got a great Facebook page with tips and information. I know I see a lot of those Facebook links, and I'll either like them or forward them myself because they're very positive things that can help people out. Now, Dr. McIntosh, as I mentioned, writes in our publication, and in our January issue, which is the current issue that's out right now, you discuss how to stick with your New Year's workout resolution. So we want to talk about that right now. It's late in January right now as we're talking, so if you've stuck with them, you should see some improvement. But a lot of times boredom sets in.
Absolutely.
And overuse could become an issue. You were talking to me a little bit before about some of the people that just overdo it.
Yeah.
And they come to you because they overdo it. So
that's always the hardest part, right at the very beginning of the year. Oh, I'm going to start, and boy, you're not sore yet because you haven't done anything. So you start that first time and just do everything you possibly can. Well, now you're super sore, everything, but you're still motivated. You're going to really keep trying. So get all the way through. And if you don't burn out right away when you do that, then good. But the deal is a lot of times with that, it's better to start without overdoing so much and then continue to build a little bit. And the best way to continue to build then again is change things up because okay, I'm going to do this set of exercises, here's my list, I do exactly the same thing. So not only do you get bored, but you can have an overuse injury if it's the same exact thing. And so, and it also your body doesn't get better as fast as if you changed it up anyway. We have this thing called muscle confusion. You get used to doing the same thing over and over. You get really good at it. It develops a neural pathway. That actually pathway continues to myelinate the nerve and gets stronger and stronger. When I say stronger, the nerve isn't physically stronger. It is reinforcing how to do that thing.
Right.
Whether you're doing it right or wrong, it's reinforcing how to do that thing. But so to actually, though, change up the workout, it changes up your how the muscles react.
Right.
So when we say that doesn't mean, I only do legs Monday and Wednesday, and I do Tuesday and Thursday are arms,
Right.
And people think, I change it up. Well, no, you need to actually change the exercises that you do.
I see.
And just with everything, we are more stimulated if we change the music playlist, where it's better if you take a class you've never taken, if you meet a new person, if you having the workout buddy is the key, really, for most people.
Yeah.
Now, there are a few people that are really just so strict with themselves and determined that they don't need to have that kind of reinforcement for.
Right.
But people starting a program at the beginning of the year, it's just the accountability of, hey, you didn't show up today, that kind of thing, or what time were we leaving, on the one where you might say, instead of just going and stopping at the gym, maybe I'll just drive on home.
Right.
But if you have the thing where you're meeting someone, always is going to be a true reinforcement of the goals you've set.
For sure. Now, some of the other things are pretty simple to think about. Eating healthy, of course. That's something you should do.
There's a saying, I think I saw it probably on a T-shirt, I'm not sure, but it's you can work out till the cows come home, but if you don't control your diet, you're just another cow coming home. And I'm like, that's I can add, because it takes forever. If you look at the minutes that you have to do something to burn so many calories, and then that candy bar is 250 calories. So, it takes nothing to derail you that way. So
yeah. And, of course, one of the things which is always fun is buying new clothes, to work out in, or new shoes. And, that's always a fun thing to motivate you a little bit, or a new piece of equipment if you're playing a sport or something like that.
Well, especially if it is, it's something to get excited about. And I didn't used to, back a long time ago, I just thought, why would I ever buy clothes to work out in? I've got a T-shirt and shorts. I mean, why would I do that?
Sure.
But it sets down the intention of what I'm going to do for it. And so it really does make a difference. And, if you feel like you look the part, especially when you're doing a new sport or you're doing it, when you look the part, you feel better about going and doing it. So it does help.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, stretching.
Yes.
Before and cooling down, those are just normal exercise things, but you need to do that. That certainly all will help with not causing overuse injuries.
Well, when you first start, especially loosening that muscle, kind of getting a stretch. When you do a stretch, you always have to do a stretch 3 times, and you don't bounce. You actually want to do the stretch, hold it for 10 seconds, because at first, if you try and do something without warming up the muscle, it really isn't. It just isn't quite prepared to go as far. And by doing the stretch 3 times, the first time, it really doesn't. It kind of contracts. It doesn't allow you to stretch. The second time, it's thinking about it. It's like, okay, this is the plan. The third time, it actually is when the stretch happens.
Interesting.
And so, and they've done studies, and that is, if you don't do that same extended stretch, you aren't going to get the same results.
Right.
But yes, the whole bouncing it doesn't, that's not a stretch.
Yeah. So we've only got about a minute and a half or so to go. Kansas City Chiropractic is located at 4510 Bellevue, 816-753-4600, kansascitychiropractic.com. Give us a kind of an overview of the chiropractic services that you offer.
We treat every kind of condition. We treat headaches, we treat carpal tunnel, neck pain, back pain, low back, but a lot of extremity things that people don't think about. You have that tingling in your hands. You have, there's that pain going down your leg. Those are all things that we work on. We do a lot of nutrition as well, but, most people only come and see somebody because something's wrong. So there's some pain somewhere.
Right.
And a lot of people think that chiropractors only deal with back pain, but really, We have massage therapy. We have acupuncture. We have this deep tissue laser that we've talked about several times.
That is awesome.
It just reduces inflammation so quickly. So, I mean, it's post-surgical. There's just a lot we can do when you have some sort of discomfort. And that is not the only thing we do, but I know, honestly, that is why people come through the door.
Sure.
So, and it's exciting to see people get better. You know, if I only saw you sick and I only saw you once, then I'd never know. Everybody's grumpy when they come in pain or sick, and I'm like, it's just so nice to see people get better. It's exciting.
Absolutely, I have to agree, and you've taken care of me as well, and it was really nice, especially as I got better.
Right. That's it. That's
to come
the
in
part.
the door and get the treatment and be able to say, okay, I know. You know.
Can tell it's this is working. This is great.
For sure. Well, that'll actually do it for today's show. I want to thank our host for the show at the Kansas City Ice Center and our guest, Dr. Lynn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic. And again, it's 4510 Bellevue, 816-753-4600. Be sure to join me, Steve Fish, again next week at the same time for Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. And check out some of our other shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. So until next week, be sure to read all about sports, health, and exercise in Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. You will find it all over Kansas City, and it's free, so pick it up today. Bring basketball fever to your own backyard or your driveway with your very own game court from Sport Court of Kansas City. Game courts can also be installed for volleyball, racket sports, soccer, tennis, or roller hockey. For more details, call Sport Court at 913-963-7529 or visit sportcourtkc.com. How could baseball experts predict a 90-loss season for the Royals? Spring training is here. Are the Royals ready? Find that out and check out our hoops coverage in this month's KC Sports and Fitness magazine. Plus, we feature the Surplus Exchange College Sports Reports, the KC Ice Center Hockey Reports, the Youth Soccer Reports, and the U.S. Army Top Performers. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC and online at our new improved website, kcsportspaper.com. And it's always free, so check it out today. The Army Reserve has more than 120 unique career opportunities, so you can add to your current strengths or build brand new ones. Join the Army Reserve and you'll make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Learn more at goarmy.com/reserve. For more information, contact the Greater Kansas City Company at 3720 Arrowhead Drive, Suite B. Telephone number 816-531-3818. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong, paid for by the U.S. Army. KC North Spine and Joint Center is the only full-body active release provider north of the river. For sports injuries, foot, shoulder, knee, or hip issues, call Dr. Hildebrand at KC North Spine and Joint Center at 816-584-0413 or visit kcnorthsjc.com. Sign up now to get a free subscription to the digital version of Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine and read KC Sports on your PC, tablet, or smartphone. Just sign up on our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com. That's kcsportspaper.com. Then watch your email to see next month's issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. PDF reader required. By submitting your information, you agree to allow us to contact you with notifications and other offers from KC Sports, Good Sports, and our sponsors.
Hi, it's Greg Pryor. One of my favorite products in Life Priority is called Lift. See Lift at my website, lifepriority.com.
Experience a touch of the Ozarks at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence. And right now, take advantage of off-season rates, $34 on weekdays and $42 on weekends. For tee times, visit winterstonegolf.com or call 816-257-5755. Put your youth sports star on the cover of Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine with a one-of-a-kind personalized poster featuring your youth athlete. It's a great gift for all players and coaches, too. For more details, contact KC Sports at 913-764-2050 and put your sports star on the cover of KC Sports magazine today. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. come on out to the Kansas City Ice Center and skate on the outdoor ice pavilion or the indoor ice rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times, to register for a class or schedule an upcoming party or group event, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. Now you can view our shows and past shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel